Glad to have you here with us. TheRetirementKey.com is where you can go to begin the conversation with Abe and his team about your retirement savings. We also have links posted in the show notes. Or again, it's TheRetirementKey.com. And for those of us joining us here on the podcast, obviously anybody listening is looking for insight on how to better their retirement situation, but it can be hard to get some direct answers. Morningstar was actually looking at two financial media stars and their advice about retirement withdrawals, Abe. Dave Ramsey actually recently got a lot of attention when he said that it was okay to withdraw 8% a year from your retirement savings.
How about that?
Meanwhile, Suze Orman's over here advocating a 3% withdrawal and no more than 4% annually. What do you think? Is it time to throw out percentages?
Well, if Dave Ramsey is recommending withdrawing an 8% rate out of our nest egg, then we better be earning 8% or more on our nest egg. And you know what? That's a lofty projection to project that we are going to make 8% on any piece of our portfolio for the rest of our life so that we don't tap into our principal. And I'll tell you what, you might be able to make that from time to time. You're going to lose money from time to time. We need to make sure that our assumptions and projections are realistic. And that is a much higher withdrawal rate than we would ever recommend. Now, 3 to 4, that's the common 4% rule that people hear about, right? And that's something that you want to be mindful of. We don't follow any of these rules of thumb to a T, but we always talk about them with our clients to make sure that, hey, if you got $2 million saved at the point of retirement, your first year, you can't be withdrawing $200,000, or let's say you shouldn't be withdrawing 10% of your nest egg the first year you retire. Look, unless you're okay with this thing being gone in 15 years or 20 years, which most people want it to last their lifetime. And a lot of our clients want to pass on money to their loved ones, right? So we need to be really mindful of a withdrawal percentage. And that's typically in the 3 to 4% range. Maybe it can go as high as 5% depending on strategies and things that we have implemented. So we had a gentleman come into the office exactly for this reason because he just retired. He's 65 years old, lives in Herndon, Virginia, $1.5 million saved, 5 on our risk scale, no plan to transition in retirement. So he's got Social Security, he's single, and $1.5 million saved. He only spends like maybe $5,000 or $6,000 a month. So Social Security covers half of it or more than half. And then all he needs is a little bit from the nest egg, maybe 3% from the nest egg to generate another 40, 50K on top of his Social Security. And he's set, right? It's not a complex plan, but he didn't know how to go about it, right? If you're not working on your car all the time, if you're not working on your yard all the time or different things like that, you're not going to know what to do. And for a lot of people, it's super daunting to try to think about managing your retirement. And then is that the retirement that you want to live? Managing your investments every day and watching CNBC. And, a lot of people will do puts and calls and options on their retirement accounts. I mean, I do this for a living, and that's not the retirement that I want to live. I'll tell you what, Heather, I want a retirement plan that is automated and set up and out of mind and out of sight. Cash flow is coming in like clockwork, and it is set up so I'm not worried about it. Yeah. And I can golf and spend time with Shelly and our future grandchildren and all these things, right?
Yeah.
So if you sound like this gentleman in Herndon, you say, you know what, Abe, that sounds like me. I don't have a plan to transition. I'm transitioning in a few years, a few months. I've got this big bucket of money. You need to first start with a roadmap to make sure your income can exceed your expenses. You need to know where you're going. You need to know how to generate income with your assets, how much to withdraw, which accounts to tap first. You need to separate growth from income, protect part of the nest egg from volatility, separate growth and income, and you need a roadmap with an income plan. So if you sound like this gentleman from Herndon, Virginia, and you say, you know what, Abe, that's me. I don't have a roadmap. I don't have an income plan. I've got this bucket of money. I've done well. I've just retired, or I'm about to, but I need help. I don't want to be worried about this every day. I want to go live the retirement of my dreams. I want to be playing golf and traveling, doing everything you want to do. Then go to our website, theretirementkey.com. Click on the Contact Us tab at the top of that page. We can begin to have these same conversations about a retirement roadmap with you as well.
You can also find links. Those are posted in our show notes. Click there and it will take you to our website, or again, connect anytime at theretirementkey.com.